Hi, good evening. I just want to fulfill my promise. Yes, despite a very tight schedule today. All right, so if you are meeting me for the first time, I'm Coach Shike, and I help educators to build beyond classroom. That's what I do. I like it that when educators are not stuck, when educators could see how they can build beyond classroom, that they are not limited by the four walls of the classroom. So let's take a ride together. I have both paid and free training. So if you want to join the community, drop your comment that you want to join and I'll send you a link. All right. Do you know that many educators have knowledge that could change their lives and generate income? Yet they never build anything beyond their classroom. The problem isn't lack of knowledge, it's something else. Yes. So let's begin to talk about some of those things. Number one is limited identity. I do tell my students that your identity is not your role. Don't confuse them. You are in a school and you're teaching biology. That is a role. That's not who you are. So you must be able to identify who you are and also know your role. That will help you to actually have the mentality you can build beyond classroom. So many educators see themselves as just teacher. I hate hearing that word. You are not just a teacher. You are a creator. You are a mentor. You are a curriculum designer. You are a content creator. You are a coach. You are a speaker. You are author, and you are a problem solver. So your classroom is where you serve, not the limit to your potential. Okay. So number two is fear of visibility. Who knows me? Me? Can I actually build something serious? Can people begin to know me? I'm not like those big people, known people. So some educators worry about what colleagues, parents, and friends will think if they start creating content. Yes, I was in that shoe. You were just thinking that hope like so person will not be saying she too she's not showing up. What is she even doing? See, people will tell you that. Don't let me lie to you. People will not first believe in you, especially your close circle. So one of the things that you must tell yourself when you are ready for this business is that you have to kind of turn a deaf ear. Am I permitted to say that? All right, like those voices should not hold you down. They are not the ones you won't get affirmation from people, your close circle at first, but later when they see your consistency, when they see the result you are getting, people will begin to realize and acknowledge what you are doing. So don't fear visibility or how to grow out of that circle. Yes. Number three is waiting until they know everything. You are thinking in your mind, how can I be a coach? What do I even know? I don't really know much. Start from where you are. One thing is just that be ready to grow. I was telling some of my team the other day, they were like, when did you learn this one? I was like, I call myself a coach. I cannot stay where you are. I just have to go ahead of you. So that's just the simple truth. When you are committed to a lifelong learning, then there's no limit to what you can do. So you don't need to have everything before you start. Okay, lack of digital skills. Some of us are thinking that myself, let me tell you, I didn't, when I finished secondary school, I have some of my mates that went to do computer training. Do you remember those times that they would teach you how to type, how to print, and all those things, majorly Microsoft Word? I don't have that opportunity because there was no enough fund for me to have that kind of training. So I have to go and work. So throughout my days in our institution, I don't have that access. I don't have personal gadgets. No talk of being enrolled for a class. But it takes me developing myself personally. Now we have advantage as we are in artificial intelligence age. We have advantage. You don't need much. You don't need to learn coding. You don't need to learn, although it's needed for some people, but like it's not everybody that have to do that before you can create content, before you can build beyond classroom. If you can use WhatsApp, you can use AI. Yes, you just need to learn to prompt, learn to give instructions. So don't let it be your disadvantage. You can begin to learn now. I have some of my learners that have never heard of ChatGPT. Yes, I mean teachers. So, and I take them up from there. Yes, they need to sign up, and then we start using other tools as well. So don't let it be what will hold you down from building beyond the classroom. That's what I preach. Educator. So if you are not ready to build beyond classroom, you may not actually need me. All right. Another point, number five, is that when you don't have a clear vision, where are you going? If you don't know where you are going, it is difficult for you to build intentionally. You might not know even when you get there or when you are missing the road. So your destination is actually very important so that you can know the vehicle that will take you there, so that you can take the path that will take you there. Some people just wish and imagine that they become minister of education overnight. It doesn't work like that. There's a path to take that makes you recommendable. So have you have that kind of clear vision that these are the vehicles, these are the pathway to where I am going, and do you actually have a destination? So another one is depending on one source of income. There was a financial counsel that changed my perspective. The person was saying that why do people prepare for rain when it starts to rain? You prepare for it before the rain will start. So if you are thinking that when I am earning enough, that's when I'll take my personal development serious, that's when I'll begin to pay for trainings, then you might not be ready forever. That's just the truth. Because that income will never be enough. I'm not cursing you. Like, seriously, I'm just telling you the truth. Okay? All right. So actually that income can never be enough. See, anytime they add to your salary, your needs also outgrow it. So because that's the time you begin to see some needs that you close your eyes to before. So it takes deliberate action to say, I want to sow this seed for my training. I want to sow this seed for my growth. I want to sow this seed for my destination. So it have to be something personal. I don't know how to say it. So I have a lot of things that want to hold me back when I started building beyond classroom. But I just have to outgrow those excuses and move and start something different. And gradually is yielding you results. Somebody messaged me, I think 2 days ago, and was telling me that I've been watching you consistently and I've been educating myself through your platform, through your status. I'm always looking forward to your content. Can you help me do so thing? So it was on that value that he has been getting that makes him to think of doing a business with me. So you just have to make up your mind, yes, that you're not depending on one source of income. It cannot take your life to where you will actually want to be. It's not a problem. I still collect salary. So but that mindset of I am stuck, I can't do other things, you must delete it from your mind. Yes, I was taking some set of teachers a free training, and there was this question eating me. It's not possible. It's because you are in primary school. It's because you are not doing. It's because you are ahead. Because those excuses will not take you anywhere. So the better, the faster the better that you understand that and leave those excuses behind. That what can I do despite these things that exist? So okay, so many educators rely only on monthly salary, yet their expertise can become boost online courses, workshops, printable resources, coaching, or educational consulting. So diversifying your impact can also diversify your income. Thank you. So my closing, let me close this video. It's getting too long. Is that your classroom is your foundation, not your finish line. The skills you use every day have value beyond your school walls. Start small, learn consistently, share your knowledge, build. One day I'll talk on share your knowledge. So one of the reasons what is holding some people back is holding their knowledge. You don't want to share, you don't want to talk to people what you have learned, you don't want another person to know it. Okay, not today, anyways. So build something that continues to serve people even when you are not standing in front of the class. I hope I'm able to help somebody, even if it is one person. Then I have fulfilled the reason for this video. Thank you so much for listening to me. See you in my next video. See you next weekend. It's a promise. I'll try.